Hello and welcome to the third episode of my tutorial series. In the first two parts, I showed you how to rotate the whole tesseract, both three-dimensionally and four-dimensionally. In this part, however, I'm going to talk to you about rotations done to portions of the tesseract. Uh, and as you can see already, making these rotations is simply relies on clicking inside the tesseract instead of outside. But it's important to understand how you can make a specific type of rotation for a specific type of piece or portion of the tesseract. Before I start showing you, I'm first gonna rotate the tesseract in such a way that it looks like a cube, like it does now, to make illustration a bit easier. Uh, I want to make one thing very clear about rotating pieces of the tesseract. When I rotate the whole tesseract, I can move basically in all directions with my mouse and make some kind of rotation. But I want to make it clear that when you rotate some portion of the tesseract, that you have to be very consistent uh, in the direction you move. You have to make consistent straight lines. So what I mean by that is when you start moving up or down, you have to keep making that motion to keep the rotation going. If you decide during the rotation to move left or right, you will see it hardly responds to that. So yeah, you have to make sure to make the same motion you started with. You also have to make sure you're not making circular motions. This is something that I can imagine many people, uh, a mistake many people might make to try and make a rotational movement, but as you can see, that will not work. As I'm moving my mouse in a circle, it's not actually following it. It sometimes follows it and then it doesn't. So no, you shouldn't move your finger in a circle like I am doing with a mouse. So having that explained, uh, now I can be more clear about how you can make a specific type of rotation. You can, for example, imagine that if I click somewhere around here with my mouse and move horizontally, that it's going to rotate like this. This is probably very, how do you say, obvious. You can probably guess it's going to respond that way. And if I move this upwards, then you would probably expect this blue portion to rotate, and it does, as you might expect. But now imagine if I, instead of clicking on this red plane, I click on the blue plane and I move upwards. Just the same way I'm moving up and down. When I click here, I'm going to click here. What do you think is going to happen? Well, as it turns out, if I click over here and move up and down, it's the red plane that's moving around. The best way to look at it is thinking about a rotator knob, or I'm not sure how it's called in English. I'm trying to give you a picture of it. So something like this. This is a picture of a rotator knob, and when you want to rotate it, you put your fingers on the sides to make it rotate. The same is true for the tesseract. If you want to make something rotate, you have to put your fingers on the side. So if you want to rotate the red plane, you have to put your fingers somewhere along this ring around it. So that explains why even uh, if the blue side is barely visible, I can still rotate this red side by simply doing this. Or I can do it like this. So I can go from left to right with the green side to get the same result as if I'm going from up to down on the blue side. And I guess that basically explains how it works. I hope it was easy to understand. I have not really talked about what to do with these rotations, and I'm not gonna do that in this video. This video is mainly to explain how you make certain rotations. I hope it's all cleared up now, and see you next video.